What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So this is free agency again. We're going corner today. I personally would like to see the Cowboys sign a corner in free agency and draft one, possibly in the later rounds. It depends on when they get a corner, but there are a lot of corners I think to choose from in free agency, depending on the price. The 3 Ps. A price you can afford, a price you're happy with. And I'm thinking of a Colonial Penn commercial here. Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, corners that are going to be available. And let me see here. Looks like all of them. Let me go down this, make sure. All of them are unrestricted that I'm seeing on this list. So there's no restricted free agent. There's no, oh my gosh, you got to tag them. You got to levy a trade with picks or anything. There is a restricted free agent on this list. There's one. Of course, 25 years old. I mean, that's not a huge surprise. But it looks like there's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, there's a few actually. But most of them are unrestricted free agents. Either way, if you want to trade for them or something else or whatever, they can be had. So let's start with Adoree Jackson. Not bad, more of a nickel corner in my opinion. I would not have him on the outside. He didn't play well last year. He hasn't played well the last couple years. I mean, if you're looking for like a Anthony, who's the corner that we got rid of out of Purdue? I forgot his last name. But the nickel corner / Orlando Scandrick, one of those guys, maybe Adoree Jackson would be a fit. Kendall Fuller, he is an outside corner. Never really been that impressed from Chicago and all. Washington didn't have a good year either. Denver, just hasn't fit, hasn't played well. Hasn't been the star everyone was predicting he would be. 28 though, he's still young enough to maybe have a good year or two. Stephon Gilmore played very well for 32 years old, going on 33 years old. I was impressed. Had some moments where he got beaten all, but at 33 years old, you get him on a 1-year deal or something. I'm not giving him a huge contract unless I put him maybe at safety. Maybe it's time for him to convert to safety, if that's something he's willing to do. Kind of like Charles Woodson did in his ladder of his career. Went from corner with Green Bay and started going to safety. That might be a fit. Safety, he could play a couple more years or so. Maybe even longer if he's really good at it. Don't know if that would be a fit for him or if he'd even want to do that. But love Stephon. I loved him when he was drafted by Buffalo. He's been an absolute star since he was drafted by Buffalo. So, Micah Hyde. I don't know why he's on here. I picked corners specifically, but they've got safeties. I don't know. Sport Track, what are you trying to do to me? It says cornerback. And he used to play corner, I think, early in his career, but yeah, we're going to ditch that one. Michael Davis from the Chargers. Jeff Okudah with the Falcons. Mixed bag there. But 25, it's not like he's Eli Apple. He's not that bad. 1-2-year deal. Hey, prove it, I'm not giving him the bag. But I'd take him on a 1 or 2 year flyer and see what he's got, see if he can fit the scheme. Whoever our defensive coordinator is, which it looks like it could be Ron Rivera. You kidding me? No. Please no. Titanic Ron? No. God, I hope not. Oh, my goodness. Dan Quinn just quit and come back if it's going to be Ron Rivera. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he's still a good defensive coordinator, but did you all see the Commanders' defense this past couple years? Horrible. Horrible. Kenny Moore with the Colts, 28 years old. If I'm getting a corner and if I'm paying any significant money, there is going to be one on this list, I think. I think he's on this list. Somebody that we were pegged to trade for around October-ish after Trayvon Diggs got injured. So maybe that guy, but not Kenny Moore. Chidobe Awuzie, 28 years old. 2 or 3 year deal, maybe. Yeah, I mean he's been pretty good. He's been hurt a lot, which concerns me. But 1 to 3 year deal, I would be willing to maybe bring him back. Depends on what the deal is and what the outs are and escape clauses, stuff like that. Injury clauses. Emmanuel Mosley from Detroit. C.J. Henderson, former Jaguar, top pick. Then with the Panthers, maybe a 1 to 3 year deal again. See what you can prove. See if you can do anything. But I'm not too optimistic on that one. Hasn't looked great. But still young, 25, so still time to possibly turn it around. Big physical corner, so who knows. Jordan Lewis, Cowboys. I would try to keep him as my nickel guy. He's been really good. Don't know how much that's going to cost us. He's played pretty well. He has been injured lately, as of late. I would like to keep him. I liked him when we drafted him out of Michigan. I would like to keep him, but it's going to depend on the price, guys. Steven Nelson, 31 years old, no thank you. Levi Wallace out of Pittsburgh. Kession Nixon out of Green Bay. 26. He wasn't bad. Again, depends on the price. If I get him 1 to 4 year deal, pretty good terms, bonus incentives, performance incentives, stuff like that. He played pretty well for Green Bay, so, Rock Ya-Sin, 1 to 3 year deal, maybe, but never been really impressed. I was high on him out of the draft a few years ago. I don't know. Haven't been impressed. Jalen Mills, the former, trying to think where he was out of. Was it Ohio State? No. LSU maybe? I can't remember what college he was out of. He was star-studded. He just has not worked out, whether it was Philadelphia, New England. And it just has not worked out. And 29, no thank you. Sean Bunting was decent in Tampa. Wasn't quite as good in Tennessee, but pretty good. Right price, I might be interested at 26. He was injured, so. Shaquille Griffin, for a 1 to 3 year deal, he's pretty decent. 28 years old. Noah Igbokwe, 24, Dallas. If I can get him on a 1 to 3 year deal, prove it deal or something maybe. Yeah, I'd like to bring him back, see what he's got. Maybe he can kick outside. Maybe he's Jordan Lewis's replacement. He's got speed. Return team, special teams. He's got some value. Miles Bryant, the corner with New England. 1 to 3 year deal. See what he's got. K'Wan Williams, no, unless he's going to convert to safety. Trey Hendon, no. Justin Hardy, no. Tavier Thomas, Dane Jackson, Nick Needham, Ronald Darby, nickel maybe, safety. Here's the one. Jalen Johnson, Chicago. This guy has been phenomenal, in my opinion, but he's probably going to be out of our price range, to be honest. He's probably going to get the bag. The way he played on a defense that starting the year and ended the year last year struggling, the way he played this year, I mean, I was hoping we were going to trade for him because I figured, hey, we'd have Bland, we'd have Johnson on a big deal. We could sign him long term. Diggs already got his money. He's coming back. Stephon Gilmore, maybe one more year, we'd have a complete. If somebody went down, it wouldn't be a horror story. Which it wasn't too bad this year, but Bland did get burnt some. So the next one, Eli Apple, is a hell no. Michael Ford, it's a no. Antonio Hamilton, no. Too old, 31. Christian Fulton, maybe. Give me a 1 to 3 year deal. See what he's got. He's 25. Justin Bethel, no. 33. James Pierre, no. Fabian Moreau, no. Troy Hill, no. Trey Flowers, no. Chandon Sullivan, no. Ryan Neal, no. Isaac Yundum, 1 to 3 year deal. Lonnie Johnson, 1 to 3 year deal. Depends on the terms. Rashad Fenton, maybe. Cam Lewis, maybe. Dale Worley, no. Logan Ryan, no. Arthur Mollett, no. Akilio Witherspoon, no. Duke Shelley, Chris Boyd. Trayvon Mullen, we've tried that. That didn't seem to work. Danny Holmes, maybe. D. Delaney, Asang Bassi, maybe. Javelin Gertie, or Guidry. Some of these guys are restricted, so if I have to give up anything, no. Kendall Vidor, maybe. Najarius Sneed played pretty well, so I mean, depends on how much he's asking. Amik Robertson, maybe. Michael Jackson, not the famous singer, okay. Rest in peace. He's not with us anymore. But the other Michael Jackson, he's been okay. Robert Rochelle, yes, but he's probably going to be out of price range. Shamar Jean Charles, probably going to be out of price range. Still young. D'Angelo Ross. Bryce Hall, not bad. I would take him, but he's probably going to be out of our price range. Played pretty well. Nick McLeod. Josh Blackwell. Khalil Dorsey. Chris Claybrooks. Jerry Jacobs. Darrell Baker Jr. Theo Jackson. Gregory Jr. Nazi Johnson. Alex Austin, 22 years old out of New England. At 22, he's going to be cheap. Elijah Raleigh, Pittsburgh. Mac McCain. Bopet Keys, I probably messed that up. Chris Williamson, John Reed, Tony Brown, Terrence Mitchell. We've been there, done that. But on most of these 25, 24-year-old guys and all, I'll pull up their numbers, their stats and all. Some of them are backups and all that. A lot of them, the younger guys, 26 and under, 27 even, 28, there's a lot I'd give a chance to, for depth at least. And maybe one of them breaks out. But Jalen Johnson is the one on this list I would love to have. But we're probably not going to be able to get him because it's too expensive. There's going to be a few guys on this list that are just way out of our price range because we still have to pay Lamb. We have to figure out Prescott. We have to figure out Tyron Smith, Tyler Biadasz, DeMarcus Lawrence. He's coming up at some point. Zach Martin, all these guys. I mean, Jake Ferguson's going to be coming up in a year or so. Micah Parsons, of course. CeeDee Lamb. Jalen Tolbert's going to be coming up if he breaks out. Michael Gallup, you got to figure out what we're going to do with him. I would keep Michael Gallup, but that's just me. Don't shoot me. That's just me. I like Michael Gallup. I still think he can bounce back and be the Michael Gallup of old. He started to come on a bit late, so we'll see. Brandon Cooks, are we going to pay him, or what are we going to do with him? I don't know. So, a lot of decisions to make for the Cowboys. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, comment, share, hit notifications. If you do that, once we hit 100 subscribers, we'll be doing a free giveaway. So keep that in mind, guys. Love y'all. Peace out.